Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas to everybody. I had a great day with family and friend and my nephews. We had a great time. It was a good Christmas. I hope everybody had a great Christmas as well. Hope you can continue to have a good Christmas if you are. I know it's 11 o'clock at night here, so I just wanted to come by and say Merry Christmas to everybody and let you all know I had a good one, a good Christmas. And like I said, I was going to come on here Christmas anyway, just say hello to everybody and chill and talk to everybody and stuff. So it was good. I had a great time. Ate a lot of good food. You guys played games, had fun. It was nice. I really enjoyed uh, my time. Had a lot of good laughs. It was fun. It was fun while it lasted. Merry Christmas, Ninja. Hope you had a good one. The energy was nice too today. The weather was kind of shitty. It rained pretty much all day here. It stopped raining just now, but it rained. In the morning it was fun, and then in the afternoon it was shitty. It started raining after like 1 o'clock till like now. It's been raining. So, but we ended up hanging out inside and playing inside and stuff, having fun, watching basketball, talking about all sorts of shit. It was cool. We had a good time. Yeah, I enjoyed my Christmas this year. It was nice. A lot of good food. Got to speak to all my nephews and have fun and have a good laugh. It was beautiful. It was nice. Hey Hermana, how you doing? Merry Christmas to you too. Hope you had a good one. So yeah, it was nice. It was nice seeing all my nephews and hanging out with them and talking about stuff. It was cool. I had a great time. I really enjoyed my time with them. It was good. My mom and dad were here. My older sister, brought her mother-in-law here because she was alone for Christmas, and she came here, and I said hello to her. I said, "Hey, we're here another year." She kind of laughed and was like, "Yep, we are. We're here." I'm like, "Yep, another Christmas gone, just like that." But it was a good Christmas. That's all that matters. Everybody's healthy, happy, good. It's nice. I just wanted to come on here and say hello to everybody. That's it. Hey Dan. See Dan said he undid the flamingo wrapping paper. See that? The flamingo wrapping paper. Merry Christmas, Dan. Hope you had a good one, man. Yeah, it was fun. I'm so glad tomorrow's a holiday too here. It's Boxing Day tomorrow, so it's a holiday here. So I'm glad I get to chill all day tomorrow. I'm gonna have lobster tomorrow for my dinner. Sick and tired of ham and turkey and all sorts of shit. I'm sick and tired of eating that. I'm gonna have lobster tomorrow. Hell yeah. Then I'll start doing some work on Friday. But it was so nice to sleep in today. And I got up and made a big ass pan of macaroni and cheese. My sister made the ham. My other sister and her husband made the turkey. My mom made the potatoes and stuff. It was nice. It was super nice, super good. It was really good. A lot of desserts. I'm stuffed. I'm good. I haven't even been in my apartment all day. It's like the most I've been in here. I was here in the morning and I went straight over to my sister's to start making all the food, helping out, and everything ready. And I've been over there like all this time. I've been over there like all day. It was fun. Because usually everybody comes over at lunch and then leaves at like before dinner. But this time, like my oldest sister and her husband and my two oldest nephews, they stayed for dinner and we watched the game at 6. And then they left like about maybe an hour and a half ago. And then me and my sister cleaning up everything, just packing up everything and stuff, chilling. Stayed busy taking care of errands. Yeah. Christmas is a lot different now than it had ever been. It's just a gathering for a family, and that's it. And we just eat, talk, laugh, have fun. It used to be so much better when the kids were younger because it was like everybody was always like trying to cater to them and watching them open up their gifts and seeing how cute they were. And, yeah, that's understandable, Ilda. I actually feel for people who have lost people for Christmas because you know Christmas is a time where a lot of people they feel their past loved ones more and they think about them more. So I can totally understand that. I was thinking about a lot of people today who don't have like family anymore or miss somebody from their family that passed away. Like I was thinking about the young boy that got stabbed and killed to death. I know his parents and that happened like 2 months ago, and now they don't even have him for Christmas. So it's like it's a fucked up thing. When I thought about it today, I was like, you know what? The parents are gonna wake up and there's no son to give a gift to. So for me to have like my family here and everything, I consider myself extremely blessed to not go through that type of situation, and I think a lot of people take it for granted, that you can be without somebody you love and it hurts, but some people just think about the people that are gone and then it ruins their Christmas or they just don't feel like celebrating Christmas. But little do people know that those people are there celebrating Christmas with you in spirit, but a lot of people just can't fathom the physical and spiritual aspect. But it's definitely there more than we realize. But yeah, I understand Harmona, and that's why like if anybody says, oh, somebody passed, my dad passed away or whatever, and I don't really celebrate or deal with it. It doesn't bother me. I just know that I probably be the same way. But at the same time, for me, it's different because I know that they're there in spirit anyway. So, so that's why, like, I know I think about it, and think about everybody who has to go through those things because not everybody realizes like the trauma sometimes it causes on Christmas because Christmas is a sacred like holiday for a lot of people where family, you only see family that one time that year, or it's like a big thing. So when people are gone, it's like fuck, it's different. So I understand totally like when people say the things they say or like they feel the way they feel. Like I totally get it. Yeah, I mean it's cool. That's it's things we go through. So but just remember that the spirit's there with you whether you believe it or not, or if you believe it, I know it's not the same as a physical presence, but remember there you can say Merry Christmas to them. You can tell them hang out with you. You can buy them a present and open it up for them and say, hey, look, I got you this, whatever. You can do all that shit, man. Don't ever think you're crazy. They see it. They acknowledge it. They know it, you know. Yeah, you gotta buy more flamingos, that's all. And then when you buy more flamingos, they hang around. My nephew said to me, hey, where the hell's the turtles? And I was like, oh, we guys released them into the wild. We put them in this pond, right? And I said, I just hope that, they're okay. And I said, I hope that, uh, that the aquarium guy doesn't come get the turtles and freeze them and feed it to the crocodile. So that's actually a true story, right? But they thought, like two of my nephews thought I was joking, right? So my nephew next to me, he got up and then was spit the drink out of his mouth, right? And he was laughing so much he couldn't contain himself because he thought I was joking, right? And I'm like, no, I'm not even joking, like. And my other nephew was like, come on, man, you're bullshit. And I'm like, I'm dead serious. I said the guy told me that the crocodile that they have, the alligator or the crocodile that they have at the aquarium, it's been there for years, right? Since I was a little boy, it was there. And this thing ain't died. It's just been there at the aquarium forever. And it's huge, right? And it sits underneath this bridge. And they feed it like, all sorts of shit. But they say that from time to time, when the turtles get out of control, they freeze the turtles and feed it to the crocodiles. So I thought it was bullshit too, but they said it's true. They do that. I was like, all right, whatever. But they, it's small turtles. It's not like no big ass turtle, like, Hey Holly, Merry Christmas. How you doing? So I'm like, this is crazy, like, so they laughed and they thought it was a big joke. And then when they realized I wasn't joking, they laughed even more because they thought that, that I was joking about it. And I was like, yeah, so, I haven't seen them yet, but so that was like the joke of the day today. Even though it wasn't a joke, it was actually true. But my nephew thought it was hilarious because I told him that, because he'd said that Bermuda doesn't have crocodiles, and I said no, they don't. But there's one that's been at the aquarium for at least 30 to 40 years. I said that thing's been there forever. So they thought it was a big joke. They thought it was funny as hell. So we laughed and we talked about, past Christmases. And then I took a picture of all of them and posted it up on my Instagram. And, when I told them I wanted to take a picture of them, they got up one time. They were happy to do it for me. Whatever I tell them to do, like they'll do it. Like, I said, look, I want to get a picture of you guys before we eat. So they all got up and took a picture. It was nice. And I sent it to them. I said, hey, look, I want you guys to remember these days. It's the best. These are the best days of your life. You guys are all in your teenage, and two of you are 20 and 22, and your other guys are like 19, 18, 17, 15. So these should be the best days coming of your life. So you can look back 20 years from now. You say, hey, look, this is what I look like on Christmas. My Uncle Mark always said for us to take a picture together. You guys are cousins, you know? So I love taking a picture of all six of them every year. I have like every picture from every year I've taken of them, and I see how they look. They look so different, taller. They got like, mustache now, like a little bit of beard, a little fuzz on their face. It's hilarious. I love seeing how they've all grown. So it's fun for me. That's the best part of Christmas for me. Is talking shit to them. And, I told them, I said, I miss you guys when you were younger and watching you guys open up your gifts and have fun and shit. But I say like, I don't worry about it because like now it's better because I get to talk shit to you guys. We swear in front of each other. We talk shit, we watch the game, we have fun, we talk about women and shit and talk about dumb shit and fun, laugh all the time. And like all everybody, like my mom, my dad, my siblings, they all sit at one table and it's me and all six of my nephews at another table. Right. So me, I'm at the head of the table and I'm talking pure shit to all of them. We all laughing and having fun and talking about things. We bring up stuff, tell jokes and things like that. So I have a really good time with them. And they know like when they see me, they're like, yep, this guy's gonna talk shit all day. We're gonna laugh. And we played games and stuff. It was fun, man. We had a good time. It's the best part of my Christmas is seeing all of them. So, having a good time, laughing, talking shit. It's fun. Yeah, it was nice. I love seeing my nephews. Oh, that's nice, Holly. That's cool. First time in 20 years. Holy shit. I couldn't imagine that. Not being with family for 20 years. That's crazy. All right, Ninja, enjoy the rest of your Christmas. Yeah, I came on here to say hi, Merry Christmas to everybody and just talk some shit. Yeah, I can imagine after 20 years not seeing family and spending Christmas with them. Like, that's crazy. I couldn't imagine that would hurt me too much to not see, my nephews and stuff. But that's the best part of my Christmas is seeing my family all together. Even though I don't really care for my older sister and my brother, they can be like they today was fine. They didn't act up or they didn't like make me want to slap them or something. But I still can't stand like my older sister and her husband. They're two fucking negative weirdos, and I don't like them at all. But I tolerate them, and I won the battle with them anyway. Not that I had to, but I when they see their kids around me the whole time, you know, like they were with me the entire Christmas. They were with both next to me the whole time, talking shit to me and having fun. We even exchanged numbers because we didn't have our numbers. They had my old number, and I gave them like my. I told them I said, look, I want you guys' number, but I didn't do it in front of my sister or her husband because they don't need to know nothing because they're the ones who destroyed our friendship and our relationship. So my nephew, he goes away tomorrow to Boston to see a Celtics game, and then I told him if you can get me a hat. So I sent him like the picture on WhatsApp, and then I sent him the picture of all of us together. He was happy, like he was cool. So it's like I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Yeah, my brother and my oldest sister, like they're very selfish and they're jealous of everybody, and I don't like them. I don't like my oldest sister the most. I can't stand it. Like she's a school teacher, and she thinks like her shit don't stink, and she looks terrible. She's like 52, and she looks like shit, and she drinks now, and she's like gained a lot of weight, and she always wears some fucking nasty looking shit that she got at fucking some bargain basement dollar store or something. Like, and her husband, he looks terrible now. They all look like they don't take care of themselves, so they look like shit, and they don't want to change. So that's their fucking problem. But I don't give a fuck about them like that. But my youngest sister, me and her are like best friends, so we're cool. And they don't like the fact that we're cool anyway. So it's like I'm always been like, the person that, like they say, the black sheep of the family, but they can kiss my ass. But yeah, I can tolerate them now. Like when we're in the same place together, we'll say hello or something like that, but that's about it. But my older sister, she don't speak to me. She don't go out of her way to say Merry Christmas or anything like that. She expects me to go out of my way and say Merry Christmas to her. I'm like, bitch, you're coming to our house like this. I ain't saying nothing to you. You're supposed to walk in the door and say Merry Christmas to me. But see, she thinks she's high and mighty and like we supposed to like, bow down to her or something. I'm like, fuck you. I ain't saying Merry Christmas to you anyway. I'll talk to your children because they're my nephews and I love them, but I don't fucking give a shit about you or your husband. But that jackass, he speaks. He says, "Hey, Mark, how you doing? Merry Christmas." I'm like, "Yeah, fuck you guys. Yeah, hello." Yeah. I spoke to his mom. His mom is there. She's like 85 or something like that. She's a nice lady. She's nothing like them. She's really nice. So when I saw her, she's like, "Mark, right?" I'm like, "Yep," because our son's named Mark too. The oldest is Mark. And I was like, "Yeah, you remember?" And I said, she goes, "How you doing?" I said, "I'm right." I said, "How are you?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm okay." I said, "Well, guess what? We're here. That's all that matters." She starts laughing. She goes, "Yeah, you're right. We're here." So I got her to smile and laugh. I said, "Hey, look, we're here. We're getting older, but at least we made it to Christmas. So I guess we're doing something right." So she was cool. She made me laugh. It was nice to see her like come down there. She don't bother me. Now her husband, he was a fucking jackass. I couldn't stand him. He was like one of those evil fuckers. He just looked at you and you felt the energy. Like, oh yeah, definitely. Yep, I agree, Dan. Yeah. But yeah, family can definitely some family can definitely drive you crazy, and some family you don't even want to look at. So like, and I'm not the type of person that forgives people. I don't believe in forgiving people for disrespecting me. I forgive myself for dealing with you, but I won't forgive you. Hell no. You can fuck yourself. I don't care about you. No. I'm a different breed. I don't forgive people who disrespect me. I'll always remember your disrespectful behavior or your disrespect towards me. And I don't forgive you. I don't care about you. You ain't nothing to me after that. But you should never do that to me because I didn't deserve it, or you're attacking me for no reason, or you're doing something that, you're showing your true colors, like your stupidity and immaturity, and showing how much you hate on me and how jealous you are of me. So that tells me I shouldn't be around you. And you'll never ask me for forgiveness anyway, and I won't forgive you anyway. So fuck you. That's how I am. And people know me by now. That's how I am. I don't associate with people who disrespect me. That ain't happening. Hell no. Because when somebody does that to you, that's your sign to not deal with them no more. Straight up. That's your sign to not deal with them. And if you're smart enough, you'll stick to that. That's for sure. But if you're not, oh well. Holly, I see you donated. I wasn't really gonna do any questions or anything today, but I was just coming on here to say Merry Christmas to everybody. But I see you donated for a question or whatever. But yeah, if you desperately need it, then I'll do it for you. It's not a problem. But I didn't have the intention of coming on here because I thought that people weren't gonna get a reading on Christmas. But hey, if you want me to answer it, I'll do it. It's cool. That's why I labeled it as Merry Christmas. Yeah, that's fine. I can save it for you if you want. I just came over here to just say Merry Christmas to everybody like I promised. Nah, that's cool. Don't worry about it. It's cool. Yeah. It's not a big deal really. I just wrote Merry Christmas on there and that's it. Like I didn't have the intention of coming on here and reading. But if anybody desperately needs me to answer something, then yeah, fine. I don't care. Like, it's cool. All right, that's up to you. Yeah. Cause I'll be here again tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be here like probably during the day and shit. Cause it's a holiday here, so Boxing Day, so I'll be here. Hey, Ann, Merry Christmas, sweetheart. Hope you had a good one. Like last night, I told everybody I was gonna come on here and say Merry Christmas to everybody, like I always do. But I don't have the intention of reading or anything like that. But yeah, it's cool. I know people need shit, so it's all good. But if not, I'd rather just chill and just talk about Christmas shit and have fun. All right, Holly, that's cool. If that's what you want. Yeah, I like to chill. Yeah, my day was good. I was telling everybody that I had a great day and saw my nephews and had a great time. Yeah, I'm not tired. I'm just stuffed from eating good food and just like, came on here to chill. I actually wasn't even gonna come online, but I told everybody I was just to say Merry Christmas and stuff, to see how everybody's doing. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you ended up hanging out with your family after all those years, Holly. I'm glad. And like I said, I'll be here tomorrow. You can ask your question then. You know? But yeah, because I don't really want to answer any questions today. I just want to chill and talk about Christmas and talk about everybody and stuff like that. Hey, Susan, Merry Christmas. How you doing? Yeah, I had a good time. I spent it with family all day. We watched basketball on TV, talked a lot of shit, laughed. You're sick? I'm sorry to hear that, Susan. Hope you get better. Yeah, I'm not sick. I'm stuffed. I'm good. I had good food. I had a big lunch, but I had no breakfast. And then I had a big ass lunch, had dessert, and then I had an average dinner, nothing big, just something slight. And then I had more dessert, and now I'm here like, okay, I'm good. I'm good to go now. I'll probably sleep like a baby tonight. Yes, hope you feel better, Susan. I know a few people that are sick. The bug's definitely going around. Dan says he looks like the Goodyear blimp. My mother has seen COVID-19 for the fourth time. Oh man, that sucks, Susan. I hope she's okay. That's crazy for the fourth time. That's nuts. But I know a lot of people are sick right now. I know a lot of people that are like got the flu or COVID-19 or whatever. I hope that 83 years old. Shit. Yeah, my dad's 81 and he came here on a cane and some flip flops. He has gout. He can barely walk. And my dad also fell this morning because his foot was so like swollen from gout that he couldn't even walk, and then he fell. Thank God he didn't hurt himself. But when he fell up against like the bureau, so it like held him up. Thank God, and he like cut his finger, and like the blood was coming down. He has like a just a line on his arm, but he's okay though. He was in good spirits. He was fine. He said he was fine, but that gout is serious, man. He gets gout every now and then, and it's like sometimes it's so bad he could barely walk. He needs a cane, and it doesn't help that he's 81 either. So yeah, the life of having older parents and having them suffer and fall and do things. You know, my mom and dad fall every now and then more now than ever. My mom, she has vertigo, and like probably like 2 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago, she fell, and she was like she went to go step up to the step, and then and she went to go like grab this table, and she fell, and they fall a lot. I mean, not a lot, but like they fall a lot more than they should be, you know. So it's annoying to, but I'm glad that it's not bad, you know, where they. And then last night, my dad and everybody went to church yesterday. I didn't go. I don't go to church no more. But my mom said, my sister said that there was a lady. I know who she is. She fell before she came to church, and then when she got to church, she felt really dizzy, like she wanted to pass out. So the ambulance ended up coming to the church to come get the lady. And she went outside, like they tried to like get her outside, and they got her outside at least. She drank water and she was okay. But then she got I didn't hear anything about her, but she ended up going to the hospital. And she wasn't that old either. She's like 50 something. But it's a shitty feeling, man. You know, things, you know, it's people hurt themselves and people have problems, and that's why I don't complain too much, because I don't have those type of problems. And I think the reason why is because I don't complain, you know, and I don't like put shit on myself to put myself in positions of pain or things like that, even though my back hurts all the time. But that's from actual work, you know. But I know it's like everybody's life is different, but you know, some people have bad shit happen to them where it's like, you know, I'm so glad that don't happen to me. Yeah, gout's like having broken glass in your foot. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, my dad, he gets gout pretty bad. He gets it in his fingers where he can't even like close his hand. Like he can't even like he keeps his hand like this and he's all fucked up. And then he'll get gout on his foot where he can't even walk. Like his foot gets swollen, like huge, and like it's all in pain. And he can barely sleep. He takes like medication as well. But you know, my dad, you know, gout is a self-inflicted thing. To to me, 75% of gout is self-inflicted. If you know you can't eat certain things because you'll get gout, then don't do it. You know, like gout is caused by what you put in your body. So why are you eating things that give you gout? If you know that shit gives you gout, then why the fuck you gonna eat it? Oh, but I just ate a little bit. So what? You still gonna get gout because you ate it. You know? So why would you eat that? That's like me. If I eat like pizza sauce or any type of tomato sauce, I'm gonna get heartburn. If I drink Pepsi and shit and like soda, I'm gonna get heartburn. I'm gonna get acid reflux, and I'm gonna get all fucked up, and I'm gonna get sick. So I'm not gonna do it. Hell no. I don't want to feel that shit. What gives you the urge to get sick? You know? Yeah, the dipshit syndrome. That's what it is. Yeah, it is. You're right. But I don't understand why people do it to themselves. Like, what the fuck are you? I told my dad, what the fuck are you thinking? You know you can't eat that shit. And I even warned you before you did it. Because I know you. And my mom's like, oh, well, he just wants to, like, he feels the urge to eat those things because he loves it so much. And then he knows the consequences. But you fall on your ass and almost, and you, so that was worth you. So falling down, hurting yourself is worth eating bullshit then. Make it make sense to me. Oh, I didn't think I was gonna fall down. Oh, I didn't think my gout was gonna get that bad. Well, dumbass, if you eat those things, then your gout's going to come. Duh. Like, what planet you living on? I told my mom and dad, for Christmas, I hope Santa Claus comes down the fucking chimney and gives you a brain each, so you can think better. Because you guys don't think, you don't do nothing to cure your illnesses. My mom goes, "You're so bad." I'm like, "I'm not bad. I'm telling you the truth, but you don't want to do it. You got vertigo. Start drinking more water." Oh, I can't drink water. I don't know how people don't like to drink water all day. It's very easy. Oh, but I can't. You can't. Why? Fucking grab the water like this and drink some every fucking 20 minutes. Yeah, the worst thing that's gonna happen is you pee more. Wow. I don't understand why people just don't make their lives better. But like I said on here many times, that the lady that cuts my hair, her name's Helen. She said to me, "Mark, let me tell you something. My parents are 80 years old as well. Leave them alone. Let them do whatever they want, even though they're doing the wrong things. You can tell them shit to your blue in the face, but they're gonna do whatever they want because they're stubborn and they know everything. Let them live. If they kill them fucking selves with gout and diseases and they don't want to fucking listen, leave them alone. They're never gonna change, Mark. They're not gonna change now. They ain't changed all this time." And I was like, you know what, Helen, you're absolutely right. I know. I gave up. So now I give up. I don't say nothing. I'm just like, when he gets gout, I'm like, well, that's your dumbass fault. When my mom says she loses her balance and falls, well, that's your fault because you should be drinking more water. And I said, if you don't want to drink water, drink Gatorade. Oh, I don't want that. It's too sweet. Well, then when are you going to get better? Oh, I don't care. I'd rather die. I don't give a shit. I'm like, okay, cool. Go ahead, die then. That's better for you then. Die and give up. Great life. So you don't want to see your children and your grandchildren grow and have fun like you did today at Christmas. Okay, cool. No problem. Bye, mom. Bye, dad. See you then. Keep being dumb. Not my problem. And that's what I do now. I don't even care. That's why they don't tell me. My nobody told me that my dad fell. My dad didn't even tell me. I saw a band-aid on his hand, but I didn't say nothing. Because I already knew. My sister told me. And then my mom told me later on that my dad fell. But he would never tell me. Because he knows what I'm gonna tell him. It's your fault. Yeah, yeah. That maybe is what it is, I guess. Oh yeah, they'll always look at me like I'm 16. I fix everything in their house and they still question everything I fix. And I tell them, since when did I do anything in this house that don't work after I touch? Oh, we're just saying, don't take it like that. I'm like, well, how am I supposed to take it? Like, like you act like I don't know what I'm doing. Just shut the fuck up and let me fix the shit and just deal with it, like. But they always gotta like be stubborn and like say stupid shit to aggravate me. Oh man. And then my nephew was teasing me in front of my mom. He says, "Look, look, grandma, look, Uncle Mark didn't shave, right?" And she goes, "Oh, he does it because he knows I don't like it." And I'm like, "Yeah, mom, I purposely didn't shave on today because I knew I was gonna see you. But I see you all the time, like and I'm shaved sometimes, and then I'm have a beard. Like, what's the difference?" So my nephew was like, "Oh shit." I'm like, "Yeah, you can never say anything to this woman without her being negative. That's what she is, a negative Capricorn. Her birthday is in 2 weeks. Fucking nuisance. Having 80-year-old parents is not easy. But you know what everybody tells me? At least I have them." And I said, "Yeah, I know. I know." Hey Marty, Merry Christmas, sweetheart. Duh. But yeah, my mom laughed so much today. She was laughing so much. It was good to see her laugh. My dad was happy. You know, Nisi, I'm not answering any questions today. I'm just here like talking to with everybody. It's Christmas, so I'm just chilling. Yeah. You're gonna have to check me tomorrow. My hat's right here on the ground, but I this is like my Christmas outfit I wore today, so I'll put it on for you if you want. No problem, Nisi. Yeah, I didn't even advertise it on my live. So my live just says Merry Christmas and that's it. There's no I'm doing questions or anything. I just want to chill out with everybody today. Yeah. Merry Christmas, Maria. How you doing, sweetheart? You good? Hey, Dan, that's all that matters. But my mom, she hates beards and she hates like facial hair. Cause my dad, he's always shaved. I've never seen my dad with a beard ever. And my brother don't wear a beard either, but I do. I always have my beard, but I don't keep the beard. I shave it like every week and a half or every week. Like I just get rid of. Once it gets out of control, I get rid of it. And then it'll just grow right back like fucking grass. So I don't care, and they know that, but they still gotta say stupid shit sometimes. Like I don't care. I don't give a fuck if it's Christmas. I don't have to shave. I'm not looking good for nobody. You all know me. Who cares? You know. So it's like they have these weird syndromes of stupidity that they all live by. It's like you have to do this and you have to do that. I don't know. Do what I damn well please. And they get the point now. But Christmas is cool. Right? I don't really like Christmas that much, but I have my reasons. But today was good. I like when everybody has a good time. Everybody's talking to each other. Everybody's playing games, having fun, talking shit, eating, laughing. It's nice. So today was a good day. I'm glad it's over, and I really don't, you know, want next year's Christmas to come that fast. But I just hope everybody, got what they wanted. Some people don't even get gifts. Some people just get maybe one or two. But it's not about that. It's more to me about like just enjoying the day. Like you're off, you can eat some food, talk shit, have fun. And a lot of people take it too serious, or are mad that they don't have somebody with them anymore. But it's all good. Yeah, there you go, Dan. You need it for warmth. Yeah. A lot of people say that, Dan. Yeah, I believe you too. So yeah, my nephews all got their Christmas gifts and stuff like that, so they're all happy. I was like, I wish I got all this shit when I was that age. Holy shit. Yeah, right. I always tell everybody I didn't get shit. I just got like some bullshit toy and a ugly ass sweater to go church in. I got two gifts every year, maybe three if I was lucky. Now these kids get way too damn much. And the thing is like if you have kids and you spoil them or you give them like a lot of shit, Christmas is like every damn month for these little fuckers. They have everything. I had to put my nephew in his place today. He says, oh, we didn't even get that much. I said, are you crazy or something? What you mean you didn't get that much? You got like 8 to 10 fucking gifts. What you was expecting? 20? I said, you get shit every goddamn week. Every month your mother buys you new pair of sneakers. You're growing like the Jolly Green fucking giant. Your size changes every damn year. You think that's easy to maintain? And then he had to think about it. Then he realized he was stupid enough to say it. I had to tell him. I said, your mother and I buy you pure shit. Buy you crazy? You get more than anybody I know. You little fuckers. I said, where the hell's my gift? You didn't give me shit. Oh, just my presence alone is a gift to you. That's what he said to me. I was like, yeah, you little shit. I got some nerve. Marty said, fuck it, I'll open it when I get to it. Yeah, I still got some gifts that I gave myself in the background. I just haven't been home. I just got home like an hour ago. I've been like next door like all damn day. You I've been over next door all day. Probably the longest I've ever been over there. But I really enjoy my nephews. They're really they love to laugh and to talk shit, and I tell them all these stories and shit, and they love hearing my stories. And I tell them, man, when I was your age, I did this and I did that, and I ask them about college, and I ask them about their jobs, their life. We talk about sports. They all go for the teams that I go for, so we all talk shit, and it's nice to talk to them now because they're older now. The oldest one, he talks to me a lot. He's 22. He talks to me like the whole day today. He talked to me nonstop, and I got his phone number finally after all this time. He says, I have your old number here, but I said that was from a long time ago. I said, yeah, I don't have that number. But yeah. So we exchanged numbers and stuff and WhatsApp and all that bullshit. So it was nice. And he just got a boat. So he says summertime we're gonna go fishing on the boat. And I was like, yeah, sure, man, I'll go anytime. So he was happy. He was cool. He's my first nephew. So he was talking my ear off today. We talked about a lot of things. And then his brother is 19. He's a Gemini. He talks a lot of shit. He's like the version of me when I was that age. And he was talking shit and he spit his fucking drink out because I was making him laugh. It was funny. We had such a good time. It's so fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah, Hermana, that's a good thing, Oda. You know, sometimes that's like me. When I see everybody else happy, it makes me happy. So when I saw my nephews and my family happy today, it makes me happy, even though there's only a few of them that I can't stand. But um, I still don't let that bother me. Like my nephews make my day. You know, when I talk to them and I see them laughing and talking shit to me and fist bump me, and they're at that age now where we can talk shit. And my nephew, he goes away tomorrow for the weekend to Boston to watch a game. And I said, hey, look, there's a club right at this place. It's called this. Look, I even showed him money there. I said, look, it's pure girls good on there. That's the place I go to when I was your age. When I was going to your age in Boston, look, pure things on there, pure sexy bitches on there. You got to go to this club. You and your friend, go here. All right, thanks, Uncle Mark. Yeah, cool. He starts laughing, right? He starts like, he was red on his face. He was laughing like shit. I was like, look, this is your club here, bro. It's still there, okay? It looks like this. Okay? This is what it's named. He's like, oh, okay, cool. I tell my friend. And he is laughing, like, 'cause he likes all that dumb shit, right? But it's like, that's the stage I'm at with him. Like, I can talk shit to him about women and clubs and shit like that. He was all talking shit. He was happy as fuck. He was like, yeah, my uncle's crazy. I was like, yeah, it's pure fine. Women go to this club. You be in heaven, bro. You be like, oh yeah, cool. It's not a strip club. It's like a bar, like. But yeah. So he was like, okay, cool. I'll go check it out because we're gonna go to that place that where the club is. I'm like, yeah, yeah, right there. You can't miss it. It's right here. So he is laughing. And then my brother's two boys, they're 20 and 18, and they're very close. And we were playing like beer pong and shit like that, but we didn't have no alcohol. We did, but not like that, right? Not to get drunk or nothing. So they were playing with the ping pongs and put them in the bowl cups and shit. It was fun. We had a good time. And we played this game where we had all these cotton balls on the we had to put a bowl on our head, and then we had to like scoop. We were blindfolded and we had to scoop like cotton balls with a spatula inside the bowl on top of our head. So I participated against my brother, and then those guys went against each other. It was funny as hell. My mom laughed so much because my dad, right, he cheated. My dad was like, "Yeah, fuck this. I ain't taking no spatula." He grabbed it off his hand and put it in the cup, and then like the bowl on top of his head. He was like, "Fuck that spatula." He cheated, and everybody was laughing. My mom laughed so much she almost peed herself. She had to go pee. It was fucking hilarious. Cause my dad, that's the only thing like I kind of get from him is like talking shit and like laughing and telling stories. Like I take after him with that. Like we do like dumb shit to make people laugh. So my dad, he was like, he had the bowl on his head. He was like, he was grabbing his shit blindfold. He was going like this, and he stopped it all in there. And then like he took off his eyes something. He was like, yeah, I won, guaranteed. and my nephew, he was like still scooping this shit up with this spatula. It was funny as hell. Hey Sophie, Merry Christmas. How you doing? So yeah, it was funny, man. We guys had a good time. Yeah, there you go, Dan. So yeah, my oldest nephew goes away tomorrow to Boston, and then so I told him to get me this hat if he sees it. So it's cool. I had a great time, man. I really enjoy hanging out with my family and my nephews, and uh, seeing my mom and dad participate in the games and have fun. Seeing my mom laugh, it was fun. It was good. You gotta enjoy it while you can, because you're here today, gone tomorrow. So sometimes like you gotta understand that that's what it is. It's like, Hey, Bronny, Merry Christmas. How you doing? Just letting everybody know I'm not answering any questions or anything like that. I'm just here, like, talking to everybody. Christmas time. I'm just chilling tonight. All right. But I will be here tomorrow if you want questions answered. But yeah, I'm just chilling tonight. I didn't advertise it either. So I'm just here hanging out. Yeah, 7 more days to the new year. I'll be looking forward to another year. This year was okay. It was good. Yeah, Brownie, I was just telling everybody I had a great time with my family, my nephews, and we played games. We ate a lot of good food. It was well worth it. It was a long day, but a good day. I made a big ass pan of macaroni and cheese, and it's all gone. My nephews killed that shit. Everybody loved the mac and cheese. No, no donations today. No, I'm not doing any readings today. My title says Merry Christmas. It doesn't say live tarot uh, like it usually does. It's Christmas. I want to chill and just talk and hang out. But I'll be here tomorrow and I'll take donations and questions and stuff. I need a break too. Yep, I made see I make my mac and cheese different from a lot of people. I learned from some people and I put my own little thing. But a lot of people don't they just boil the tamales is so nice. I love tamales. I haven't had tamales forever. But I make homemade mac and cheese and I buy like the big ass cheese blocks and I cut them and I grate my own cheese from the block. I don't buy no cheese already made in a bag. That ain't happening. Not in my mac and cheese. You won't. I don't put no bullshit cheese in my stuff. I grate the cheese. So I grate a big ass block of cheese and I put half on one plate and half on the other. And then what I do is when I boil the macaroni in water and chicken broth. So the chicken broth makes the pasta taste better. It gives it that flavor. So that way it's not plain pasta. It's the pasta gets boiled in chicken broth and water. So when you boil the macaroni, you put the chicken broth in there like a can of chicken broth, and it tastes way better. It makes it taste better. So that's the key to doing that, right? Then I get a can of cheddar cheese, a can like the liquid cheddar cheese, a can of it, and I get tomato paste, and I put both of those cans in there, and I take the grated cheese and I put it in there with like a quarter cup of milk and like a scoop of butter. Not too much, but I just give it that extra stuff, and I put like salt, pepper, seasoning salt in there, and I swish it all up, put it in, and I top it off with the cheese and breadcrumbs, and the whole pan went. There wasn't one scoop of cheese left, one scoop of macaroni left. That was the only pan that was gone. Yeah, it's a lot of cheese, but it tastes really good. It's the best macaroni and cheese ever. One of my nephews says that he wish it was even creamier than it was. And I was like, the only way it's gonna be creamier is when if you eat it like right out of the oven, where it's like still like creamy, like. But if it sits there, it's gonna start to like get less creamy because it absorbs all the cheese and the macaroni will absorb it all. But he was like, I don't care, Uncle Mark, this is the best macaroni ever. And like my 22-year-old nephew, he ate the macaroni 3 different times. He ate the macaroni with his meal, then he went back and just got just macaroni by itself, and then he ate dinner, At like 5:36, he ate dinner again with more macaroni. He ate like probably a quarter of the fucking pan. I love macaroni and cheese, but I don't like, worship it like that. You know, it's nice. I love it because I make it. I know how to do it, but it's like, I'm not gonna eat it like 3 times in one fucking day. Hell no. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Dan. Like I say, you gotta get them excited. Maria, you said if you had some crushed dry peppers, it's the bomb. Oh yeah, that'll make it better too. Yeah, my mac and cheese is real good, but I switch it up sometimes. Sometimes I put an egg in there too, because when you put a scrambled egg in there, when you mix up the mac and cheese, it keeps it like together. So when you scoop it, it comes out like a big blob, and then you just like take the spoon and just like spread it out, and it makes it like more compact. So that way, when you scoop up the macaroni, it doesn't fall off your fork. It's in like a mouth, a mouth like a bite size. You know what I mean? But I didn't put an egg in there this time because they don't like it like that. But when I make it for myself and I know I'm gonna eat it, I'll put an egg in there so the egg like kind of bonds it together more, so it's easier to eat. Like it doesn't fall off your fork, and when you stick it, like it's a bundle of it. It's a mouthful. I learned how to make it from my mom and my friend, and just like put my own little stuff to it. So it's my recipe. That's how I do it. Even when I make like tuna casserole, any pasta that I boil, I always put chicken broth in there. That's the main thing. Yeah, if I had cauliflower today. And the vegetables we had today was cauliflower and carrots. But if I put cauliflower in my macaroni and cheese, I would love it. But see, not everybody likes it like that. So I don't do it. But I'll put I love cauliflower. The cauliflower we had today was Bermuda cauliflower. It was so good. Straight out the farm. Good to go. And carrots. It was so good. See, I like vegetables. I can eat vegetables every day. Yeah, it is delicious. I'm sure it is. And I had cassava pie today. And cassava pie is like um it's like a yellow like cake looking thing. Like, and it has like chicken in the middle. So it's like the cake, the cassava cake, and it's like the chicken and then the cassava on the bottom. So it's like a chicken cake. That's what it is to me. And it's really good. I had that for dinner. I just ate cassava pie by itself. I just had some like 4 little pieces, and I put it in the toaster to warm it up, and that shit was the bomb. Some people make it with meat or without meat. It's called cassava pie. It's like a tradition here in Bermuda to eat for Christmas. So yeah, I had that by itself because not too many my family members don't really like it like that, but I do. It's like a sweet, uh, pie with chicken in it. That's what it is, and it's really delicious. And sometimes in the morning we'll fry it up and put like an egg on the side or bacon or something. You can eat it anytime, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Some people won't eat it for breakfast, but I do. I'll fry it up with some butter in the pan and then put an egg next to it and dip the cassava pie in the egg and shit. Yeah, cassava pie. A lot of people don't eat it. They don't even know what it is. But it's if you know what farine pie is, it's almost similar. It's just that the farine pie is like has a different texture and taste, whereas the cassava pie is thicker. Yeah, if you Google cassava Bermuda cassava pie, you'll see what it is. It's fucking delicious. But see, My siblings don't really care for it like that, but my mom and dad love it. Like me and my mom, we love it. We will eat it anytime. And my 17-year-old nephew next door, he likes it. But my other nephews don't care, don't really like it. But I do. It's a required taste. Like some people, they look at it and they're like, "What? A pie with chicken in it?" Like it's like it's not really like a chicken pie. You eat like a pot pie. It's not like that. It's like an actual chicken cake. That's what it reminds me of. It's like a cake with chicken in it, but with no icing, obviously. And you know me, I love cake. So yeah. And then my mom made rice pudding with cinnamon on it. Fuck, it was good. I had a couple like slabs of that. Was so fuck. That was my dessert. And then my older sister, she knows how to make cookies really good. She makes these chocolate cookies with like these like sugar icing. Like it's like sugar icing. Like it's like really fine, like sugar icing on top of the like chocolate cookies. It's really shit's. That's the only thing I eat from her. Like I don't eat none of her food because she can't make no damn food. But um, she can bake. She bakes things. She's pretty good at baking stuff. And she made like these cookies that has like the raspberry like thing in the middle. It's like the yellow, like the beige looking like soft butter cookies. Like they come in packages sometimes, but she actually makes it like from scratch. It's like a round butter cookie with like raspberry cream in the middle. Fuck, it's nice. I would never tell her it's really good because she never tells me my macaroni is delicious. She's probably jealous that her sons love my food. But yeah, those boys, they ate so much. Oh my god. They got like two, three fucking plates. They were eating the whole damn time they were there. I was like, what the fuck you put that shit? You guys should be the size of a fucking blimp. If I ate like that, I'd be 400 goddamn pounds. Shit. Where the hell you put on all that damn food? They're like, yeah, Uncle Mark, this shit's the bomb, but this shit's good. I'm like, fuck, you guys eat too damn much. You ate dessert, you ate lunch, you ate dinner, you ate dessert, you ate more fucking. What the hell you put all that goddamn food? And then my nephew, my 19-year-old nephew, he's like me, like he likes to cook, he likes to make food. He told my sister, "There's no more potatoes. What the fuck? I want some more potatoes, man. Ain't enough, no meal like potatoes." And I said, "Look, I got some potatoes next door. I got a shitload of them." He goes, "Serious? Can I have some?" I said, "Yeah, of course." So I went to go get the potatoes. He cut them up, he seasoned them up, and put them in the air fryer. And 20 minutes later, it was ready. He was like, "Yeah, but these potatoes are nice, Uncle Mark." I said, "Yeah, these are good. These is good shit." So he was laughing. He ate all the fucking potatoes. I was dying. My sister's like, "That fucker ate all pure potatoes." I'm like, "He seasoned them all up." He's like you. He whips up something real quick and that's it. 'Cause I love potatoes. I can eat potatoes every day. I make potato wedges. I make homemade fries, and whatever. Like, I don't really use air fryers. I use regular ovens. I don't really use air fryer like that. But that's the end thing now. He said, "Uncle Mark, I ain't waiting no hour for no fucking potatoes. I'm gonna put this shit in the air fryer for 20 minutes on 400." I said, "Hey, you do what you want, but go ahead." My sister said, 'cause I wasn't there afterwards. I went outside with the dog, and then my sister said that fucker, he had those things ready in 20 minutes. He put on his plate, he wolfed them all down and ate them. I said, "Hey, as long as he's happy, that's all that matters." Then when I came in, he was like, I was like, "Oh, how's the potatoes?" He goes, "Yeah, these potatoes are good." Yeah, me neither. I don't really use air fryers. My sister bought one like about 2 months ago. She bought an air fryer, and I've eaten some things out of the air fryer, but I personally don't use it. I don't have one. I don't really care to to cook things fast. If you're cooking food fast, to me that's not a good thing. You're supposed to like let food cook. Like the faster you cook it, you're kind of like, to me, you're ruining it. But people swear down for air fryers. But see, air fryers to me are for impatient people. That's my opinion. I think that air fryers are for impatient people who can't wait an hour for potatoes to naturally cook properly. They want to put it in a fucking air fryer and 20 minutes later, voila. Like what, you can't wait an hour to eat that shit? Like, come on, man. I ain't I ain't desperate like that to eat potatoes in 20 minutes. Because last I checked, potatoes don't take 20 minutes to cook. When I put potatoes in the oven, it takes at least an hour for them to be cooked properly on 400 degrees. I ain't putting no damn air fryer cooking my potatoes and fucking making a miracle grow in 20 minutes. Hell no. So I don't really care for air fryers. Even though that's the end thing, but I don't really care for air fryers. And I don't really think that shit's healthy for you anyway, but people swear down it is. That's like a microwave. I don't really use the microwave to cook food or to heat food. Hell no. That ain't happening. The only thing I use a microwave for is to make popcorn or to like, if I have like frozen bread, I will put the bread in there for like 30 seconds just to like unfreeze it. Or if I make a breakfast sandwich, like you defrost it for like 90 seconds and then you heat it up for like 55 seconds to a minute. And that's the only thing I really eat from a microwave. That's it. Hell no. I won't even reheat my coffee if it's cold. I just make another one. I don't really use microwaves too much. I use my microwave once in a while, and I use my oven. I like to naturally do things. I'm not an air fryer person or a microwave person. Yeah, exactly, Dan. Like I don't cook food fast. That's just dumb. You know, even if on even like when you get a shake and bake package, right? And it tells you this many ounces of chicken, and you put it, if it's chicken breast, you put it in the oven for 20 minutes. And I'm like, 20 minutes? Oh, hell no. I'm putting that shit in there for extra 10 minutes. I'm putting that chicken in there for 30 minutes. I'm not putting it in there for no 20 minutes. I don't give a shit what it says on the back of this box. I don't want that shit to be still alive when I cook it. I want to make sure that shit's well done. I'm a well done guy. I don't like no pink shit, no red shit. I don't like half cooked shit. No, no. That's how you get sick. Cook that shit properly. That's gonna be like rubber. No, no. Yeah, I don't want no runs or no sickness. I've had food poisoning too many times in my lifetime. I don't know. That's the worst thing ever. So yeah, on the back of the shake and bake thing it says 20 minutes, and I never put it in there for 20 minutes. I put it in there for half an hour. You know what I do? I put it in there for half an hour, and then I turn the oven off, and I just let it sit there for another 5 minutes, and then I take it out. So overall, it's probably in there for 35 minutes. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You can definitely lose all that weight in 5 minutes if you have that shit. That's for sure. Yeah, I have noticed that. Yeah. I just don't believe in cooking things fast. I've never been a firm believer of that. 'Cause I don't like to. I don't. That's why I don't really cook things in microwaves and air fryers and shit like that. If the other day, right? The only thing that in the air fryer that came out good to me and I ate it and it was fine, but I still don't like it, is we made homemade pizzas. We got like the already made pizza dough. It's like these pita breads or whatever they call it, right? So I took the round, small little round, maybe 8 inch, 10 inch pizza like dough, like the thing. So I put a little bit of sauce on it because I can't eat too much sauce. I put a little bit of sauce. I put mushrooms, bacon, uh, pepperoni, onions, and I just topped it off with cheese. And then you put it in the air fryer for like 5 minutes, and it's done. 5 minutes, the pizza's done, and it comes out and it looks perfectly fine. And I ate it, and I'm like, yeah, it's cool. But I'm like, I'd rather put this in the oven for 11, 12, 13 minutes and let it cook normally instead of like having this, miracle microwave over here that you call an air fryer and, cook the shit like in record speed. Like, I just don't like that. But it was cool though. It tastes good though. I'm still here. I'm alive. And that was like, a week ago that I made the homemade pizza. But yeah, I'm still like I'm still not convinced with the air fryer. I'm still not convinced. But my nephew, he put those potatoes in there 20 minutes on the 400 and he was eating them 5 minutes later. After the 20 minutes was up, he put them out and he was eating them. He was like, God, these things are good. And they look cooked. They look perfectly fine. But I just can't do that. That to me is like hell no. You know how much like shit that thing has to do to make that thing cook that fast? That's probably generating all these things into your food. Electric ovens and electric things to cook food is not very good. You know, gas ovens and gas stoves is way better. Natural fire and flame is the way to cook food. But hey, to each their own. That's the new way people do it now. That's the 2024, 2025 system. And my sister said that she works at a home store, and she says that so many people bought air fryers. Every day, people buy an air fryer. She says somebody comes there and gets an air fryer like every day, and sometimes some people get two. And she says that she sold so many air fryers she can't even keep them in stock. And I'm like, you know why? Because everybody's fucking lazy and they want to use that shit right away, and they got no patience. And they don't want to bend down and open your fucking thing and have a mitten on and live a normal life. You want to get a goddamn air fryer and make everything fast. No damn patience in the world. But it benefits people who live that life. So hey, you want that way, you want that way. I'm not knocking it and I'm not saying it's bad or it's good or it's just not me. I just don't want to do that. I'm not I'm not into that. I can put an air fryer right there and say, yeah, okay, go, I'm good to go, but I don't really care. My sister has one. If I feel like using, I'll go use hers. But it's good for certain things, like to make the pizza within like 6, 7 minutes, so you don't have to heat up the oven and shit. But I'd still rather put it in the oven. It gives it that crispy, nice taste. But that's like the talk of the town. It's good for like college students that don't really want to make like big ass meals. It's good for one person or like a couple. But if you're cooking for like a shitload of people, that air fryer ain't gonna do no justice unless you got a big ass one. But even me, I rather use my oven. I ain't using the fucking air fryer. You know, you know what I mean, Hermana? We're old school. We can't use no air fryer. We cook shit in the oven like normal people. Okay, we're old school. Okay. Right, Dan? We cooking in the oven. This new generation, they can have their air fryer. I need a damn air fryer. I need a microwave. I agree. It is like cheating, but I believe it benefits like a person who like is on the go or by themselves and they like just cook a little meal for themselves or whatever. That's fine. Like do whatever you want. But my nephew, he's 19 and he's in college and he's the one who whipped up the potatoes today. And he's like, I got one of these in my apartment in Toronto where I go to school, and I make food in here every day. I run this fucking air fryer. And I was like, okay, well, it benefits you. It's better than takeout, I guess. So he says he uses the air fryer when he's away in college. He loves making food. He reminds me of me. It's funny watching them though. So hilarious. My nephews, my pain in the asses. I see my six dweebs all growing up. My six dweebs, my nephews, my pain in the ass. Yeah, they're the oldest is 22 and the youngest is 15. 22, 19, no, 22, 20, 19, 18, 17, and 15. Yeah, they've grown up super fast. I can't believe how big they are, man. It's fucking nuts. Can't believe it. They've grown so much. I love them. They're everything for me because I don't have kids and they're like mine. Yeah, I remember they were like super small and none of them look like that. They've grown a lot in the last few years, but I love them to death. We had such a fun time today. We were laughing like crazy. No nieces, but I got all six nephews. But my older sister, she lost triplets, so we could have had three nieces. Three girls, but they didn't make it. But then she had two boys, thankfully. So yeah, that was a hard time for us when she lost her triplets. But I see him in spirit every now and then. I haven't seen him in a while, but I saw him like I think the beginning of this year or last year. I can't remember how long ago it was, but I saw him in spirit. They showed up to me. So, but I can't tell my sister that because she'll go crazy or something. She'll be like, yeah, whatever. So, yeah, it is. I wish I had a niece or two, but it's not just not sometimes it's not like that. But at least I still have them in spirit. So technically I have three nieces and six nephews. But yeah, we were hoping that we were gonna have them, but my sister lost them. So it was all meant to happen. It's just the way it is. But at least God blessed her with two boys right afterwards, and she loves those boys. Those boys are something else, man. They've done really good. They're smart. They graduated. They got honors. They got scholarships. You know, they're doing good with their life. I'm proud of them. Yeah. So yeah, I remember when she lost her triplets, she blamed God and she said she never believes in God again. She's never gonna go to church. Which is understandable. Like you always question what God does for you and why things happen. But the problem wasn't God. See, was her. The doctor told her that her body was gonna have a hard time dealing with three children in her at the same time. Having triplets is like no joke. And in Bermuda, they weren't going to deliver them, so she had to go away to Canada. So she went to Canada, and then when she was 5 months pregnant, she lost the triplets, unfortunately. So they made it to like 5 months. So they were actually, formed, but unfortunately, they didn't make it. And when she was in Bermuda, she was at the hospital. I went to go see her and stuff. Uh, it was a hard time for all of us, but about 2 years after that, she had her first boy, and then like 2 years later, she had the second boy. And they're good boy. They're good men. They're good young men now, and they help her a lot. But like she doesn't know that I do mediumship and stuff like that. But I saw all three of them when they were. If they were alive right now, they'd be 25. Because that happened like 25 years ago, and the oldest is 22. So I ended up seeing, like I would say, when not maybe like 4 years ago, um, they all came to me in spirit when they were 21, and they told me that they were 21 years old, and I didn't even remember, like, cause I don't really like dwell too much on those things. Um, but they came to me, they appeared to me, and they looked more like the father. They had blue eyes and dirty blonde hair, and they were like slim and tall. It was like as if they were living, in real life. I saw all three of them, and they all look like, they all look the same. They all had like these. I can describe them like to a T. They all had long hair. They all was wearing like a skirt, like a khaki looking skirt with like a sweater. They all looked identically like triplets, perfectly the same. And they all, said hello to me, and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" Blah, blah, blah. Spoke to them briefly, and that was it. But I actually saw them when they were young, when they were like babies at first, and then I saw them like 4 years ago when they were 21, and they look more like their dad than they do like my sister. They don't look like my sister. They don't look like us. They look more like his side. They look like my oldest nephew, but just female. Sometimes I wish I can tell her that I see him and I can speak to him, but they don't. She don't really believe all that stuff, so it's like pointless to talk to her about it. But at least I know. So, at least I know what's happening. I told my youngest sister about it, and she was like, "Wow, that's crazy." I said, "Yeah, well, they appeared to me. I didn't ask them to see them. They just appeared to me. 'Cause I never forget it. Like I was just home, and then I was like, who the hell are these girls I'm looking at? I'm like, oh shit, these are my nieces. This is what they would look like if they were living, you know? And I was like, oh fuck. And that's when one of them said, hi, Uncle Mark. And I'm like, oh, okay, I know who they are now. And I briefly spoke to them, and then that was it. I still have the image in my mind about them. So it's cool. I haven't seen them since though. But it's weird because in spirit they can show you, like, they still grow in a human form to let you know what they would look like or what they actually look like because even a spirit that leaves the earth at 80 years old, they can still show me what they look like when they was 30, 40, 50, 60, 10. They can still show me what they look like at that point in time. They can show you at any stage what they look like. If that's it all depends on who you're talking to. You know, they can show you because at the end of the day, they're just showing you. But see, that's the thing when you're a baby and you die, you still will will grow. It's weird. It's hard to explain, but like those triplets, they died at 5 months, but I can still see what they would have looked like if they were 21. You see what I mean? So I believe that in spirit they still grow, even though they died as a human form, and people still, live. They can still show you what they would look like if they were living right now, if that makes sense. I know it's hard to believe or hard to like understand sometimes for some people, but I'm sure I'm explaining it properly. But like that's what happens sometimes. A few years ago, I read for this lady that she lost her baby at a year old, but she already had a daughter, and the daughter was like maybe 4 years old, but she had lost like her second child, and he would have been like maybe 2 years old at the time I read for her. So I explained what he looked like when she last saw him, and then when I saw him, he was already a year ahead, and he pretty much almost looked the same, but he was walking and he was playing with his sister. And he showed me like the teddy bear that he was playing with her on the couch, what the couch looked like, what the ground looked like, what the carpet looked like, what the teddy bear was, what type of teddy bear it was, what car he was sitting in that was their car, what the car looked like inside. He showed me everything. This 2 year old baby showed me everything, and he was like he was walking, he was holding on to the couch, and he was showing me like the inside of the house and where he was playing with his sister. It was the craziest shit. And I even saw the sister at 4 years old, like with him playing, and they like had this like blanket on the ground, and then like it had a character, and I said what it was, and the woman was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Yeah, there you go. See, it all depends, though. It's like it's not every spirit that happens with, but I feel like even though you die and you go into spirit at a young age, you still show your developments as a human being. Like you can still be that age human being as you go on, like what you would look like. You see what I mean? So like that happens a lot of times. I've seen that happen because there's a lot of women who have miscarriages, and if they had a miscarriage 6 years ago, I can see their 6 year old daughter in a life form. And I would say there's a 6 year old like girl here, and she's got like black hair, and she's slim, and she was like, well, I don't know who that is. And I'm like, well, did you have a miscarriage? And we're like, oh yeah. I said, well, this is your daughter that you miscarried. And they're like, but how? And I explained to him, this is how. Because why would I? Who else would it be? So a lot of women don't know that even though they have miscarriages, that baby still exists in real life, like in a form, in a spiritual form, and can be shown in a life form. All right, Dan, good to see you, man. Yeah, I'm glad I came on. I wanted to come on and say Merry Christmas on the actual day and come on here for a bit. And I didn't want to read anybody. I just wanted to like, talk and have fun. So I'm glad I'm doing that. But I'm gonna head out of here soon anyway. But yeah, that that whole thing is crazy sometimes. And they can also show you like a certain way where they, like, if they don't want to show you how they died, or they don't want to show you at their lowest point, they're going to show you at a good point in a good way. So it all depends on the spirit, and it all depends on the situation. It fluctuates and allows you to like really understand. Some people have a lot of power, more power than you can ever realize and imagine. So it's all up to God too, because He can be like, you know what? I'm going to show whatever medium taps into this situation. I'm going to show them that they can see what the person would look like 6 years from now. But it's weird though. It's weird, but it happens. It's happened many a times where I'm seeing stuff like that where it's like, this is insane. Like this can't be, but it is. So, you know, when I saw my 21-year-old triplet nieces, the only reason why I knew it was them is because they look like the dad, and they look like my oldest nephew. Big blue eyes, dark, dirty blonde hair, long, thin. They were like a woman version of him. But the second one, he's more our side. He's got the dark hair, the dark eye, brown eyes. So like they resemble more my brother-in-law than they resemble my sister. But another reason why I can see them is because their grandfather and their side of the family are there for them, see, and they don't like me like that. So, but they're gonna still appear to me because I can see them, but I don't see the ones I don't like their grandfather, you know, and their people. Like I don't really care for them, but they can still show you what they would look like if they were living, which is miraculously crazy when you think about it, but it's still the truth. It's still that's how it is. And certain people can see it, and if I didn't see it, I would never believe it. So I'm glad like spirit will show me those things because it makes me feel like, hey, this shit is for real. If they were this age, they would look just like him. Like, and I can recognize them. That's crazy. But sometimes they won't even show you nothing else because like eh, they know you doubt it, then they're not going to show you. So you have to like believe it in order to receive the image. And when you receive the image, you be like, fuck, that's crazy. And some people will never believe shit like that. And some mediums probably can't see it, or they can't, like, they don't acknowledge it, or they just don't believe that that's true. But it definitely is. I've witnessed it numerous times. That's the whole blessing about spirit and understanding the power that they have, because I've said it a million times. Spirit has more power than any human being on earth. A human being on earth has no power that a spirit has. It's impossible, because spirit has the most power in the world right now, and that's no doubt, because there's more dead than there is living. So the spiritual forms will always be more than anything. That's why they tell you to worship God. But see, some people don't care. They think, nah, the dead don't know nothing. Spirit's bullshit. Okay. You think so? You keep thinking that and give me more power, that's fine. I'll take. It's cool though. It's a blessing to understand. If you can understand it, you'll understand life more and understand that that's if you give that your energy and your power and you understand that spirit will always have your back and will help are the only ones that can really help you, then you'll go through life in a better way. I guarantee you that. And I don't guarantee much, but I'll guarantee you that. It's definitely changed my life and a lot of other people's lives. The simplest things will get you somewhere. And I'm sure, Harmana, ever since your dad's been gone, I'm sure your life has changed a lot. And I'm sure you feel that he always is there. So it probably makes you feel more, I'm going to use the word invincible spiritually, if that makes sense. And I'm sure you probably do feel that way. Like, I'm sure you feel like you can't be fucked with anymore because your dad has the power to make sure that nothing's going to happen to you. So you probably feel like more safe, more protected, more powerful, more spiritual. You probably see and hear things or feel things that you probably never felt more than you do now. Because when somebody close goes, you get that maximum power. And if you believe it, you receive more power, more than you've ever had in your life. So where you walk around with an S on your chest and you're like, yep, no one can fuck with me because I have the power of spirit all around me. But you don't use it in a bad way. You use it in a positive way for protection, for like anything positive. If you use it that way, then it's fine. But if you're using it for evil, obviously that's not gonna work. So like I tell people, like the more people that pass away in your life, don't take it as a burden or like a dissipation of your feelings and energy. Use that to increase your power and your energy so you don't go down. You keep going up. But see, that's what people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand that whole concept and that whole like thing. Like you can use the spiritual energy around you to make yourself that much better. There's like a cartoon thing, um, and it has my nephew watches it. I can't remember what it's called. I call it Bleach, but it's not. It's Bletch or something like that. It's like a Korean, like Asian type of cartoon. And in the cartoon, it says that like even though they're human beings, they can transfer into a spiritual power, or they can use their spiritual power so much as a human being that they can fight through any evil or anything they can. And for them to do like a cartoon series of that type of subject, it's because it happens in real life. And that whole series teaches you how to use your spiritual knowledge and your spiritual energy to overcome all the negative shit. And throughout the whole thing that I've watched, it's always like they always try to get fucked with and zapped by these like other type of spiritual beings. But because they have the human power and the spiritual power together, they can always fight off the bad. See, and when I watched that for the first time and I was looking at like the subtitles and what they were saying, obviously my nephew's watching it because he likes all the fighting and all the cool shit. But when I watched it, I got attached to it and I was saying to myself, look at this shit. A lot of people that watch this, they probably watch it because it's cool and it's got fighting and it's got all these cool things. But the whole meaning of that thing is meaning. It means that if you tap into your spiritual power with spirit as a human being, you become more powerful than you ever become in your life. And if that don't make sense, then you don't know what I'm talking about. So go to sleep. But if you understand what I mean, then you can use that to your full ability and become the best version of you, period. And you become so powerful as a human being because of the spiritual energy that you'll feel like nothing can go wrong. And it's not going to be perfect, but you're not going to have bad things happen to you like you think you are, because you have so much power spiritually through your belief. And once you like connect to that energy full force, you'll understand that you won't even think about a negative thing. You'll feel invincible, you'll feel immortal, you'll feel like you can't ever be touched by negative energy. And then when you get to that point, you'll say to yourself, this is fucking nuts. Like, this is all I had to do this whole time. So it kind of makes you feel like you're dumb because you didn't figure it out earlier. But then when you figure it out, you're like, this is the smartest thing I ever done. This is like the truest thing I've ever felt. This is like the best thing that I believe in. You'll start to feel like a different person. So I encourage everybody to do what I just mentioned and what I just said. Because if you do that, you'll be surprised. And the more people you have that are dead that you know, the more power you're going to receive. Believe me. Whether it's your friend, your pet, your aunt, your uncle, your mother, your father, your cousin, your best friend, it doesn't matter. All the people that die become a part of your spiritual journey and power. So the more people that die and you're staying alive, the more spiritual power you receive. It's like you get like you know how you charge your battery and it's on 13% and you charge it and it goes to 100. You can stay you can your whole spiritual energy is like a battery. It's like a phone where if you the more power you more time, the longer it's plugged in, the more power you have, the longer you last. That's how I compare it to sometimes. So the more people that die that you know, that you love and you care about, those people are all gonna help you. You become a spiritual army, and you're the general, and you have all these people working for you, putting you in the right place at the right time, making sure you're safe, you're protected, you're healthy, you're provided for. You'll get so many like things happen where you're like, this is fucking nuts. And you actually, when you actually like sit back and understand it and use it to your life, you'll be like, what the fuck? This can't be real, man. This is crazy. Like, how the fuck did this even happen? Or how is this even real? Or how am I even like living this dream? Or living this is real? Like, how long is this gonna last? Or is this really real? Or am I dreaming this shit? No, it's real, as real as it can be. But it's hard for a lot of people to understand and to accept because it's not a human being thing. It's a spiritual energy. And it's nothing to be scared of. Because the more you embrace it, the more people will be a part of your army. And you can recruit them all. They want to be recruited to help you. But remember, they help other people too. So, you know, they'll help you. I'm living proof. So yeah. So don't take death like literally bad, because it really isn't. It's sad because the physical person is no longer there. But if you use their spiritual energy to help you, you will feel like that person is living or that person is still alive to you. You know what I mean? So I haven't had that bad experience of losing a parent or losing like, a sibling or someone very, very close. I haven't had that that situation. Just probably a pet or a friend here and there, but I haven't really had a significantly higher human being importance in my life die. So I don't know what that is. But my aunties and uncles and grandmas and grandpas are all gone. So every time they passed away, I felt like I got stronger and stronger. And now I feel probably at my strongest spiritual point ever in my life. That's me personally. And the only reason I feel like that is because my aunts and uncles on my mom's side are all gone. It's only my mom left in her family. Period. She's the youngest. My uncle died in July, and my other auntie died last year, the one that left me the inheritance, and the other two, they died simultaneously in the same year in 2019. Right? They died one after the other. So they're all gone, and they all love me, and I love them. So having them and having all the people that I know, my grandparents, everybody, my pets, it doesn't matter. Like, and people that I, know as friends, all in that spiritual realm helping me. So why am I worried? Why am I scared? No way. And because see, if you know the people in spirit, it makes it better to understand because you already know them. So if you don't know them, and the people that help, so you don't really feel like, see, because there's a whole controversy of whether or not God is real, Jesus is real, but you know for sure that the people that died are real because you saw them, you spoke to them, you hugged them, you kissed them, you played with them, you did everything with them, so you know them. So just remember, when you know them, the power is more significant in a spiritual form because that person knows you and you know them. You live with them. They were a part of you. So if you were with them, then it's easier for the connection to be more powerful. But if you don't know them, then you doubt it, right? Because you're like, I wonder if they're helping me. I wonder if they give a fuck about me. Or I wonder if they even acknowledge me. Or I wonder if I have their spiritual power on my side. Of course you do. But you have to talk to them. You have to ask them. So if you don't really know them like that, so I never met my grandfathers because when I was 5 months in my mom's belly, my dad's dad passed away. But I know he knows me in spirit, but I don't know him. I never met him. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't give me power, because when I was about to be born 4 months later, he probably was like, yeah, I'm already in spirit. I'm going to take care of my grandson. I'm gonna make sure I look over him and his mother and his father, and everybody, make sure he's okay. I don't know, never seen him a day in my life, but I know he helps me for sure, of course. And then my other grandfather, I was 9 months old. My mom went to go see him because he was sick and he passed away. And I didn't. I was 9 months old. I stayed home. My mom went to the funeral, and she took me to Portugal with her, and to go see, the funeral and to see her father for the last time. And then when I was 9 months old, my mom, put me next to him and said, this is your grandson, Mark. And he was like, hey, Mark, how are you? So I met my grandfather, but I was 9 months old. So I have the image in my brain because he showed me what it was. He showed me. And then when I went there, when I was 10, I walked into that area and I felt like I had already been there before, and I was, but I was 9 months old. So technically, I did meet my grandfather, my mom's dad, right? I did meet him. So, and he probably said, I saw my grandson and then I died. So I'm going to take care of him. I'm going to make sure he's going to be okay. You see what I'm saying? So the things I'm trying to tell you is it still doesn't matter if you saw the person or not. That person knows who you are. You see? They already know who you are. So it's still someone who's taking care of you. It's still someone who's dealing with you. And if you want to go further down the tree and down the ancestry lane, those people, right? They're your grandfather and your grandmother. Remember, they have family that they know. So they're going to say, hey, I need you to help me with my grandson, Mark, because he needs our spiritual help. You know, he's got the gift to talk to us. So let's help him. Let's give him power. Let's connect with Ilda's dad and so's grandmother and so's pet or so's this. And that's how I figured it out that that's what they do. It's like a whole list of fucking people that they can connect to get a message to. It's like that. Just like how I can pick up this phone right now and message you, and I'm seeing you right now, I can message you. That's what spirit does too. They're like, hey, Mark's about to read for Ilda right now. Let's go link her dad because we know where he is. We know we're gonna go get him. Okay, hey, look, this, and boom. That's exactly how it is. That's why it's instant. That's why it's real. Because that's how it works. But people just don't understand. They're like, nah, it's bullshit. All right. You keep thinking that. But see, that's how it is. That's how it works in my mind and my what I've seen, that's what it works to me. Now another medium could see it somewhere else, or another person could see it differently, and that's okay. You can see it whatever way you want. We all see things different, but that's how I see it, and that's how I believe it. That's my way. Yeah, exactly. You can see them because when I was young, like 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, especially 6 years old. When I was 6 years old, that's when I had like my first real experience with spirit where I was talking to people and I'm like, who the fuck are these people and what do they want? Why do they keep bothering me all the time? Like when I was young, I used to talk to like people thought I was talking to myself and had imaginary friends. But I was talking to spirit, spirit was talking to me, but I just didn't realize what it was all about. It was just delusional to me. It just didn't make no sense. I'm saying, why am I seeing these people and who the hell are they? I don't know. But I was talking to my ancestors in spirit the whole time, but never knew it, never realized. Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah. It's easier when you acknowledge them versus not approaching them, not appreciating them. Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I tell everyone on here to keep talking to them. Keep talking to the people you know that passed away. Don't ever give up on that. And like, all because you're not physically with them anymore, you're spiritually still connected. And then once their death is become once they become a spirit, now you're even more accessible to their energy spiritually because they have no obligations but you. So then your spiritual when they die, your spiritual connection is now forever because now you are going to be a spirit like them. So you're already going through the transition period in a human form to become spiritual with them forever and ever. So there's nothing to fear about death, and there's nothing to fear about being a spirit and seeing them one day because it will happen if you don't fuck up, if you don't, turn to the devil or whatever, but which I'm sure most people won't. But trust me, that's how it works. And you will see that person again. But you're going to see them in a spiritual way, a human being form, but it's still a spiritual being. It's still a spiritual thing. 'Cause I never forget when my auntie died 2 years ago, that when my mom called me, It was Mother's Day 2 years ago in May. And my mother called me and said, "Oh, my sister just passed away. I just wanted to let you know." She was crying. I'm like, fuck, that's fucked up. So as soon as I got off the phone, I was right here, right where I am now. And I just closed my eyes. And my auntie was well dressed, like she always is. And then my her husband, my uncle, came over and he gave her a hug and said, "Mark, we're here together now. We're good." And that shit freaked me out. Because I've never, like, out of all my years of doing that, I've never seen that happen. It never happened with anybody else that I know. But it was weird. It was like a fucking movie. Like, she was by herself, and then my uncle came like this, and then they hugged, and they were so well dressed. And they looked at me and they said, "Hey, Mark, we want to let you know that we're here together. So we're happy." And I'm like, look at this fucking crazy shit. Like, and he had died 16 years ago. So it's like he was already waiting for her. And that's why people say, "Oh, yeah, I can't wait to see this person in spirit one day." And that's why that whole thing is real. Because people say, like, when I go to heaven, or if I go, people say heaven, but, they say, "Oh, I'm going to see this person again in a spiritual form." And it's true, you will. Because I just got confirmation of that when I saw my auntie and uncle come together. Like, it was so weird, but like cool at the same time. I'm like, "Oh, thank God." And I told my sister, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so glad they're together again." And I'm like, "But you never really left them. It's just a physical thing, but a spiritual thing." Like, she was in a home and she had dementia, so she was pretty much on her way out anyway. But like, he made it easier for her transition, and she looked so normal and good, and so did he. And I remembered him, like that forever. So like, it's so nice to see when that shit comes together. Like, it's like, what the hell? But it's true though, man. It's something that if you accept it and believe it, you'll see your whole life change. And I guarantee you'll see your whole life change. For sure. Guaranteed. Yeah. In the car, you'll always get it. Because the car, they feel like it's a better way for them. Spirit loves cars and things. I always tell people I talk to Spirit in my car all, like, majority of the time. Sue comes to me in the car a lot. She'll come for a drive sometime, and we'll talk shit in the car every now and then. At least once every 2-3 months, she'll come see me in the car and we'll talk shit. And I'll be in my car driving, talking to Spirit, and like, people must be looking at me like he must be on like the speakerphone on his car or something. But little do they know, I'm talking to Spirit like every fucking time. You see me talking, I ain't got no phone up to my ear. I'm talking to Spirit. I'll look over to the seat and talk to him, and then I can see him. And it's weird, but it's definitely like a blessing to like speak to them, no matter where it is. But in the car, there's many episodes that's happened. Definitely. So it's a beautiful thing, but I just want everybody to understand that death is not all that bad, because you finally have that person all to yourself for the rest of your spiritual life and for rest of your life, period. And when you make that transition into a spirit form, that person is already there to take you and say, "Hey, you've been with me all this time. Now we're together forever." So that saying, "nothing is forever," don't really believe that too much. Because if God's forever and He's a spirit, then so are they. That's why there's a prayer, I believe, at the end of a prayer, it says, "World without end, amen." Can't remember if it's the Our Father or something like that at the very end. There's like a prayer or something now, or thing that says, "A world without end, amen." And that's the truth. It's a world without end, even though people say it is, but it's not. Well, yeah, being an Aquarius is, you get these things. Yeah, I agree. That's why I don't really like consider myself better or more powerful than anyone. I never act like that either. I never, even though I know how to do it, I tell, what do I say on here every time? I say everybody can talk to spirit. Don't think that I'm just the only one that can do it, or I have like a better power. No, I had to learn how to deal with it. And now I'm trying to teach people to deal with it too. Because I want everybody to have the same experience I want to. But obviously I have a gift like a lot of people do. There's millions of people that can do what I do. I'm not like a special fucking person God put on earth, Like I'm special maybe for you or for some other people. But I know for a fact that we all can tap into our spiritual thing. I mean, some people can do things better than me and I can do things better than them, but that doesn't mean that I'm better than anybody else. I have a gift that is special for people that need to deal with it, and I acknowledge it, but I'm never going to look for like a trophy or a medal or think that I'm better than you. It don't work that way in my life. I never like take anything for granted. Yeah, and I'm grateful for it, but I never like use it for like bad shit or to make myself look good. I never look for recognition in that world because I feel like anybody can do what I do. You just have to learn and you just have to like accept. But obviously, I'm the best for some, and for others, they probably just don't give a shit. But everybody has the gift, they just don't want to use it. They just don't care. Like how I did in the beginning. I was like, yeah, this is all bullshit. I don't give a fuck about no spirit shit. I don't believe in talking to the dead. This is fucking retarded. But I figured it out and I'm glad I did. And I've helped a lot of people and a lot of people have helped me. It's not just a one-way street. A lot of people have helped me. Tons of people. I would have never known that I had this gift unless I actually used it. So I don't consider it, you know, a gift. I consider it like a blessing, to be honest, to like be able to help people. But I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I'm still not perfect and I'm not the best medium in the world, nor do I care to be, nor do I want to be. I just want to be the best for you, the best for me, and the best that I can help you with. Obviously, sometimes I'm only as good as what spirit wants me to be. Because spirit can say, look, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to Ilda. I don't want to talk to Maria. I don't want to talk to you. Fuck you all. Just like how a regular human being says, I'm not speaking to you, you fucking idiot. I don't give a shit about you, hoe. I don't care about you, you asshole. Spirit does the same thing. They can choose to speak to me or not. They don't have to speak to me. And many times they don't. They're like, I ain't speaking to that person. Tell them fuck off. I'm like, okay, I'll tell them that I can't connect to you. My bad. And that's the facts of life. You can't get people's attention like that. I can't force nobody to talk to you. They're gonna have to want to. And then the thing I dread the most in spirit and doing mediumship is a spirit coming to me saying, well, first of all, I don't know why this dumbass person wants to speak to me in the first place because I can't stand him. Second of all, before I died, this bitch didn't even know who I was. And now she wants to talk to me? Oh, hell no. And this is what the spirit's telling me. And I'm like, fuck, man. Uh-oh. But how am I going to tell this person that this person don't even care about him and don't even want to speak to him? It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, I'm like, oh boy. I was like, well, look, just do me a favor, you know. I'll tell Spirit, do me a favor. Look, they just paid me for a reading. Just please tell me something like, and just let me explain to them what's going on. And they can be fucked up and say no. But majority of them negotiate with me and they're like, okay, all right, I'll tell you some things, but you're going to tell them what I want you to tell them and you're going to tell them the truth. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's no problem. And sometimes, that person's feelings are going to get hurt. And they're going to be like, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, I did have a problem. Yes. So it doesn't happen often, but it has happened where I'm like, oh boy, why would you do this to me? That's why I always tell people, please get readings with people you know and you love and you care about. Don't get readings that you want spirit that doesn't like you. Or don't think that I'm gonna tap into them and then they're gonna forgive you. It's still the same. They told me fuck you. Okay? All right, cool. And trust me, that happens. And it's like I don't want to bear the bad news, but you asked for it, so now you're gonna get it. So don't blame me. You blame them. It's not my problem. I'm just a messenger. You hear this damn dog? She's snoring at the top of her fucking lungs. Now. Diamond wants to say Merry Christmas from her snoring ass. Look, she's twitching. See the life? Her legs are moving. Her eyes are rolling in the back of her head. My sister got like this crab toy for her, like a stuffed crab and a stuffed alligator. Now she has a stuffed flamingo, a stuffed alligator, and a stuffed crab. And it's all on her bed next door. Yeah, white socks. Like her eyes are halfway open, but she's snoring. What's up, baby? You good? You awake now? What were you dreaming of? The ham and turkey? You were dreaming of the macaroni and the stuffing? You were dreaming of cookies? What were you dreaming of? Christmas dinner? You told everybody you got two stuffed animals for your Christmas gift? And you was playing with them today? You ready to go sleep now? I'm gonna get off here and we're gonna go pee-pees and then we're gonna go sleep. Okay? It's a holiday tomorrow. We ain't got nothing to do. Okay? All right, baby? You've been a good girl today. Everybody loves you. Yeah, she's been a really good girl. She's been really good today. She walked inside and she smelled everybody and she knows everybody, but sometimes she acts up, but she walked inside, she just wanted food and stuff. And she went around to everybody wagging her tail, smelling everybody. And then she was like all cool and everybody was like, oh hey Diamond, oh look, she's so cute, blah blah blah. Oh, here's some ham, here's some fucking macaroni. I'm like, look, don't feed that dog all that shit. So then she had her share of ham. She loves ham. We gave her some ham, some mac and cheese. I even gave her a piece of cassava pie. And then she was happy. So she drinks a lot of water. Does your dogs drink a lot of water, Hermana? She drinks a lot of water. Even though it's winter time, she drinks a shitload of water. Like a lot. I have to fill her bowl up every day with water. I'm glad she drinks a lot of water, but she drinks a lot. Like my pit bull, he drank water. He had a bucket of water. He used to drink half of that bucket every day. Like he constantly drank a lot of water. But this dog drinks even more water than my other dog. She drinks a lot of water. Yeah, big time. See, that's good though. It's good though. It's good that they drink a lot of water. And she's always getting like her mouth's dry, like a human being. Fuck, it's funny. She does it. She's doing it right now. She's hilarious. All right, guys, I've been on here for 2 hours and some. I had a beautiful Christmas. It was nice. I'm glad you guys had a good one, and I hope you did. And tomorrow's a holiday. I'm gonna come on here probably during the day and talk some shit. Marley and I might go live tomorrow, but we'll see. Depends on how our schedules are. But Marley and I are supposed to collab tomorrow, probably on her channel. So if you guys don't know her channel, it's Marley's Tarot. So we might collab on her channel tomorrow. We have to see how it goes. But that's the plan for tomorrow. So yeah, we'll let you know. I'll announce it on here and let you know. And so will she. So we'll let you guys know. All right. Good night, Maria. Good night, Oda. Good night, everybody. I appreciate you. Love you all, and I'm glad you have a good Christmas. Enjoy the rest of it. I'm gonna go to sleep. It's 1:15 here in the morning, so I'm gonna get my ass out here. I kept my promise. I came on for Christmas. All right, love you, Hermana. Take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be here during the day tomorrow. Ciao.